Welcome again, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me on my journey of migration, sorry, from Jamaica to Canada, and how I became a permanent resident in 2 years. Yes, I went the school route. I received my student visa in August 2016, and by August 2018, exactly 2 years, I got my permanent residence. So, the process of that extensive journey and some of the tips and tricks you can find in the previous videos. And today's video, I am going to step outside of the permanent residence bracket a bit and talk about a permanent residence travel document because, as you would have noticed in the last video where I stopped, I needed to travel after doing my confirmation of permanent residence in August 2018. I needed to travel to Jamaica in November 2018. And so I had to apply for a permanent residence travel document because I had not gotten my permanent residence card as yet. Now, as I had stated before, initially when I went online and was reading the information, it appeared to me that I would not need to start the application process while I was in Canada. And I think the reason why that happened is because I think it was about that time in October/November 2018 that the visa application center and the visa application process for Canada was being changed in certain countries, including Jamaica. So they were changing over the information on their website. And so I think that was what made me decide to travel to Jamaica without putting in the application for the PRTD. Um, but when I got there, so I landed in Jamaica Friday about midday. I will never forget. And when my dad picked me up from the airport, I went straight to the visa application center in Kingston. When I went there, I explained to the person, so I had my documents. I knew what was needed for the process because they do tell you what you need when you're applying for your PRTD. So I brought all my documentation with me. And if you follow me in the previous videos, you know I said to you, hoard all these things. Keep a track of them because you just never know what you'll be asked for. So I brought my documents the day and I told the front desk person, and they were actually appalled because I had spoken to somebody as well from CIC, from Canadian Immigration, and they did say to me, "No, man, you need to apply when you go to Jamaica." And the persons in Jamaica were now saying to me, "No, you should have applied for it because it's the same thing. You're just doing it online." So I was like, "Okay." But thankfully, they were very kind enough to me that day in the office to allow me to do the application on their computer system. So I did the payment that was required, as well as whatever other, I think, did I need to do biometrics? I don't remember, but there were some specific tasks that I would have needed to complete, and I submitted my documentation. Now, granted, I was granted, sorry, I was only in Jamaica for like 10 days. So, and I got there on a Friday. So, you know that by the following Friday would have been like, you know, the last working day for the next week. So, I just, as per usual, did took the risk, did things in faith, submitted my document that Friday, and told them, listen, it's urgent. I need to get back into Canada. I have my job to go back to. So please let me get it back in a couple of days. And I must say, the team there was very nice. Like, shout out to all the persons who were working at the visa application center in Jamaica in November 2018. Listen, big up on yourself. So I did the submission, and I think by the Wednesday of the following week, I had gotten back correspondence from the the office there, the visa application center, to come and pick up my documents. And when I did, I got my permanent residence travel document. So if there's anybody who is like midway their permanent residence process and you have to travel, you are allowed to apply for a permanent residence travel document. You don't have to put your travels on hold and to think that, oh, I don't have my PR card, so I can't travel, I won't be accepted back in the country. None of that. It's like a temporary document that you get that you can use to return to Canada. So having done that in November 2018, here's the thing. So I had gone down to November, to Jamaica in November for a family reunion. And my aunt, which I spoke about in the previous video, she had come down as well, but she returned to Canada before me. And when she returned to Canada, she told me that my permanent resident card came while I was still in Jamaica. So even so, I guess I could have even asked her to, like, send me a photocopy of it or whatever. But no, I had the travel document. By the time I got my travel document, my PR card was at my aunt's house in Canada. So nevertheless, by the time I got back, I now had access to my PR card, which would have basically completed the permanent residence journey for me. So even though I got the confirmation of my permanent residence in August, I never got my actual card until November, because that's a process as well. They ask you for photographs, and in my case, when I had submitted my photographs, they had sent back to me to say the photographs did not match the sizing or the requests that they had, the requirements, sorry, that they had. So I had to retake my photos, and this time ensure. So whenever you go to take your photos, you want to ask them, do you offer photographs for Canadian immigration? For permanent residency, you have to be specific, and they say yes, then you go ahead and you use them, and hopefully cross your fingers that yes, the sizing that they do matches the sizing of what immigration is looking for. So I had to resubmit, and I think that's the reason why it took so long for me, because on the day when I was supposed to get my response, I think it was supposed to be in October, because I think it normally takes like 60 days that they respond to you. The day when I was supposed to get my response was when they sent to me to say, oh, you need to resubmit your photographs. Disappointed, but what do? I just resubmitted the photos, right? So that is, in a nutshell, my entire, well, this is just the start, but the videos from my first introductory video until now is the whole matter of applying as a student, first of all, to the process of applying for your permanent residency, and even in the midst of doing your permanent residence application, or even after being confirmed as a permanent resident without your card, being able to apply for your permanent residence travel document. I hope that all of this information was helpful to you. You can continue to send your questions and comments and tell me this. I'm going to put myself out there. If you guys want me to go live and help you with anything, then definitely no. But you have to promise me that you're going to remember that I'm not an immigration lawyer or consultant or agent. I'm just sharing my experience with you, my tips, my tricks, what worked for me, and the best advice I can give to anyone who wants to know what to do. I have people all over always asking, and I'm never shy to share my experience and to give information based on what I know to help persons even to apply for their permanent residence, to say this is what you need to do, here's my advice on what to do, here's my experience. So if you guys want me to go live, drop it in the comment section, let me know, and we'll see how that works, because I don't have another video because the process is complete and I was successful. Thank you so much for being such a brilliant audience. And guess what? I have a bonus for you, because after getting my permanent residency and getting my actual PR card in November of 2018, tell me why by September 2019 I was studying in the UK. So I can give you that information in a whole other series of videos for what that journey was like for me. But guaranteed you won't be seeing this, because I did all of the videos in this and I broke them down to make them more digestible for everyone. And I'm even going over the 10-minute mark just to say I've actually done a similar process to go to the UK to study as an international student, and so I can share that with you as well. Thank you so much for being on the journey with me, and all the best to you on your journey. Cheers.